What is up, guys? It's Flash back with some more charts and another banger of a video. Today is Wednesday, July 10th. It's 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Markets are closed. Couldn't wait to get this video out today. I was watching the price action today in Uranium World, and it just made me think of that scene in Gladiator where he's just killing everybody in the Coliseum, and he's like, "Are you not entertained?" And it was just, I don't know, it just came to me. I was like, this is the right message because the price action is doing more or less what we are thinking it's going to do, right? It's following this time cycle. It's within this bowl. It's above support. It's within this accumulation cylinder, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. The charts are incredibly, incredibly bullish in my opinion. And I'm just like, man, this is this is funny. Are you not entertained? So today, what we're going to do is just go through just the ones I have highlighted in yellow here, just a few out of this list. We're going to drop into the weekly. This is URA on the weekly, and we're going to get our sign line back in here, our time cycle. And when you think so we haven't even gotten to this bottom of the time cycle, right? And we're still kind of showing extremely bullish price action. And so that is, there's two options here for me, right? And that is, this more or less was the bottom of that time cycle, and we can kind of resume up, right? Or this is an A, this is a B, and then there could be one more quick little low or double bottom or extended low, and then we shoot up, right? So I think that's still an option. It's still in the cards, but I'd love to lean towards this being, a local bottom here in midsummer, right? July 10th, midsummer. But that being said, let's just be mindful that we aren't quite out of the woods yet as this time cycle would predict, right? So whether this time cycle is exactly on the money or not, that's to be seen. It's more just a guideline, can help give us confidence. But man, what a great day of price action today. URA up 4.4%. URNM up a similar amount, and then URNJ up 6.8%. And this is again on the weekly time frame, but today 6.8%. So just an incredible performance today. This is what we wanted to see. We were kind of getting a little sketched out that, hey, we've kind of come down a lot, but man, it feels good to have some positive price action. Jumping over to URA measured in gold. I mean, this is, again, exactly what we want to see. Still not clear of this overhead resistance, an angle of resistance, but man, it's a strong weekly candle can mean a lot of positive things for the weeks to come, right? So this looks good in my eyes. Same thing with URA measured in S&P 500. My previous videos, we talk about this like ABC. It looks to be like that could be complete, right? But I will say, if we go back to URA, we were kind of thinking we're going to be bottoming in late July, right? So could be a little bit early, too early to tell, but man, I just love this price action. Over to URA measured in the NASDAQ, again, similar story, ABC. We're just now above this A. If we mark that out again for you guys. So we're above that A, which is really good. We want to stay above that and keep going higher. And then we have NVIDIA measured in CCJ. And man, these weekly, there's some wicks on these weekly candles, right? And so, I mean, in here you have a big ABC, and then even in here, A, B, C, right? So that could be some sort of completed three-wave move, completed five-wave move, whatever you want to call it. But man, not sure it's complete yet, but man, if we get below this A or B, whatever you want to call it, we could, CCJ could be ready to really outperform NVIDIA, which would be amazing, right? That's what we've been waiting for. Over to Apple measured in CCJ, big kind of bearish candle here with a big wick on the weekly. Again, if we zoom way out on this one, CCJ is in favor here. It's the strong man on the totem pole, but we want to stay on the weekly for this video. Over to Bitcoin measured in CCJ. I mean, Bitcoin looks like it's bleeding out versus CCJ, which is again what we want to see if we're favoring CCJ in Uranium World. It looks really great. And then Apple measured in URA. Again, going to zoom way out for this one. That's kind of our topping structure, if you will. Move down, bear flag. Looks like we're retesting that resistance. And look where that candle ended up. It touched this gray line, and now it looks like it could be rolling over. So we need a couple more weeks of price action to really confirm that rollover. But man, that's exciting. We want to be outperforming Apple. Over to CCJ again on the weekly. Similar to URA, we're still a little bit early when we think about the sign line and the time cycle, but just such a beautiful looking chart, guys. It looks so good. I think there's a lot of room to the upside. I'll jump out to the monthly and show you the momentum. I mean, this has a lot of room to go, and it could even still break this horizontal trend line. And I think that would put price action somewhere up here in like low $200. That's my honest opinion. So looks really good. We're going to jump to FSY, which was up just about 11% on the day. And here's kind of, again, what I'm seeing with FSY. We got a shoulder, it's complex head and shoulder. It looks like that could be taking shape. So really good things to see on FSY. I like that wick at the bottom, a lot of buying pressure, a lot of buyers stepping in. Looks great. And then Denison Mines might be the best looking chart of them all right now. We'll drop out onto the monthly just to get the real big picture. Whoa. And maybe we'll just stay on the weekly because it's clear as day. Like, we're in this upwards channel. We found support where we needed to, and we're resuming the trend upwards. So Denison Mines, beautiful, beautiful chart, beautiful price action. Over to Encore Energy, up 6.8% today. I had this blue bull, an arc or an exponential line, an exponential curve, whatever you want to call it. Like, we're finding support right on that. Potential support, right? But man, this just looks so juicy to continue this upwards channel. Really like the look of Encore. And then UEC looks like a textbook bull flag. We got that ABC that we'll look for on these corrections. Looks like that is complete. And hopefully we can kind of move up to the top side of this trend line, consolidate a little bit, build that energy, and blast through it. That would be ideal. Next gen, similar look and feel. This may have more of a triangle to it. We'll kind of find out as time goes on, but we just confirmed really important monthly resistance, confirmed it as support. And again, let's just continue building the energy, continue the march upwards. ASPI, I'll go in on the daily here, big fat green candle, and I'll jump into momentum here on ASPI. Like, even yesterday, this momentum was kind of poking its head outside of this downtrend resistance line, right? So kind of gave us an early warning sign that, hey, this could pop. We could see some movement here. We still have some work to do on momentum, but man, that looks juicy. Very, very juicy on ASPI. That's on the daily. Over to Sky Harbor, up 6.7%, but this weekly candle looks so, so good. Bullish engulfing candle. If we zoom out, again, still consolidating, but we'd love to see the green price action. Over to Laramide, looks like a sideways triangle consolidation of some sort. Super bullish. Same thing with Mega. Two pretty clear bullish wedges. And this could be arc support right here that we just found. So, but what I'm saying is, especially with URA, like, we have this ABC, this could also continue lower. One more mini drop. I hate to say it, but it could be another ABC to really shake people out. But I think it's just worth noting. Looks really good though. And then Energy Fuels, again, you have that head and shoulders look. That's typically a bottoming pattern that, is at the near the end of this, I would say, bull pennant, bull flag. So I would say this is going to continue to the upside in the near future. Canalaska, I mean, look at Canalaska, dude. Blasting through this resistance. We could even move this down, tighten it up a little bit. Week's not over yet. This is on the weekly, but man, Canalaska. I would say Canalaska and like Denison right now are two really good looking charts. UROY up 11% today. And, this looks like a wedge, or maybe a bull. We have some resistance here that we're currently fighting. Looks really good though. FCU's, okay, we'll add FCU into that list too. This just looks so good. So good. But I will say, let's be mindful. We have an A, a B. We might try to breach this high and then kind of consolidate a little bit. So just be mindful of that. But otherwise, it looks really, really good. I keep saying that, but it's true. And then GLO, finding some sort of bottom, it looks like. I think this trend line, especially on the monthly, there's definitely some support in here. You see these wicks at the bottom of these candles all along this trend line. So I think there's definitely some buyers stepping in here, which is great for GLO, a stock that is really impacted by news events, but man, it could be a big runner in the future, and there's a lot of upside. So again, boys, are you not entertained? I mean, this is exactly what we're shooting for. Just got to follow the charts, follow the price action, look at the ratios, determine where the capital is flowing, and so far it looks to be flowing into uranium. So drop me a like if you found this helpful. I will see you boys in the next one.